Hi, well, my name is Giuseppe Conti. I'm a professor at BSL and a former business executive. Rather than coming through the traditional academic path, then I have with me a background of 25 years of business experience. I work with a number of leading multinationals in 5 different countries. Then I started teaching on top of my corporate job. And then, little by little, it kept growing until I decided this was my passion. So I became a professor at BSL in 2022. I teach strategic negotiation, and strategic negotiation for me is a way to help people to become more confident about negotiation, and also to better understand what negotiation is. We want to make sure that people are able to look at negotiation in a different way. Sometimes people will look at negotiation also, it's a competition, it's a fight, and those kind of things. There are lots of negative stereotypes around negotiation. So we want to make sure that people understand that those two components of creating and claiming value, and how can you put them together to make sure that you make it good for them and great for us. Considering my background, which comes from the corporate world, then my way of teaching is pretty much linked to real life. So in the sense that we spend a lot of time in role plays, because you're going to learn negotiation by negotiating and by getting feedback from your colleagues, from your peers. You get feedback by watching the videos of your own negotiation. You get feedback by having coaches which are into the room that provide feedback to the participants, and of course, getting feedback also from me, but also comparing your results with the one of the other people. These are different ways on how you can get better. And then, of course, yes, learning is much better when it's fun. So, we have music, we have video, we have exercises, we have games to make sure that the experience becomes very enjoyable also for the participants. And I think, one of the things that is very specific of BSL is the small classes. I think, one thing is the kind of learning that you can get when there are 120 people into the room. Another type of experience when, it's a very small group, and then, you get to know the professor, you get to know the other colleagues, you have more opportunities to share your experience, to integrate the learning into your real life. Teaching negotiation, I often get the feedback from students that tell me, but my job does not involve negotiation. I am an R&D guy, I am an engineer, and then people tend to neglect the fact that we negotiate all the time, several times a day, with colleagues, with family, with the neighbors, and all kinds of things. And once we start getting this knowledge about how negotiation permeates our life and how to do it properly, thanks to the methodology, framework, and tools that we give to the workshop, then of course, my goal is to make sure that people look at negotiation with more confidence, but also in a more positive way, because they have learned how to use negotiation as a way to build a relationship and as a way to get better deals in a long-term basis. I hope to see you at BSL soon so that we can continue this journey together. Thank you.